I really am confused because, I mean, I really wasn't expecting Helen of Troy to cause so much conflict. Wait. Oh, Helen of Troy. Helen of Troy caused conflict. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that Helen of Troy, of all people, would have caused so much conflict in the world? Am I right, Nolan? The reality is that Lupita Nyongo has something to say to you, all of you, in fact, Lupita, has something to say to all of you racists. Deadline, we are told Lupita Nyongo says she's, open quotes, not spending my time, close quotes, dignifying the Odyssey racist caustic criticism, because of course... Nolan, she called me a racist, Nolan. And yet, you are Greek-phobic, Nolan. What you gonna do about that, Nolan? Alright, so she's not dignifying, guys. Any criticism out there, she's not dignifying it, though. Which is a lie, because she absolutely did dignify it, because I got another thing where she talks about it, so it's a lie. But anyways, let's begin with this. After the casting that launched 1,000 trolls, Lupita Nyongo isn't wasting her energy on acknowledging haters. The Oscar winner recently shared a response to racially fueled online criticism of her casting of Helen of Troy and Helen's sister, Clytemnestra, in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, is an adaptation of Homer's ancient Greek epic. It has nothing to do, zero to do, with the ancient epic. Okay, so here is the usual response, guys. This is a mythological story, she told Ellie. I'm very supportive of Christian tension. Okay, so it's not. This thing, I'm gonna repeat it until I explode. Until I explode. One day, you'll open, there will be like matter everywhere, and then you'll be like, where is matter? Oh, you exploded. But until that day comes, I'm gonna keep repeating it. People that don't read the Odyssey nor the Iliad and don't know anything about the history will tell you it's all mythology. It's a myth. It's a myth. You're complaining about the myth. It's basically Batman, Spider-Man. However, if the people that actually do study this ask any archaeologists, including the Greek ones, anyone who understands the history, they will tell you the Odyssey is part myth, part history. The historical component being the wars, the locations, the descriptions, the battles. Exaggerated a little bit because it's kind of in a time bubble, as I've explained before. It covers like a few hundreds, encapsulated into one blob. True, but it still did happen. And historical characters like King Alexander Priam and the lady that was stolen and kidnapped, it's all mentioned in the archives of the Hittite Empire. Half real, half myth. So this doesn't work. But it does work if you're someone who watches this. You're like, oh yeah, diverse cast, so beautiful. And then she tells you, this is a mythological story. And you go, yeah, tell the bigots. Then you're fine. Because you don't know, you ignore the history. I'm very supportive of Chris' intention with it and with the version of this story that he's telling. You're supportive because he's paying you money. Our cast is representative of the world. This also makes me want to vomit because representative of the world except for Greece. In fact, Hellas. I'm not even going to use the word Greek and Greece anymore. Hellas and Hellenes, out of respect of the people of Greece. Our cast is representative of the world is a sentence that you use only when the rice swapping is white, swapped into anything else. But the other way around, they wouldn't dare to say it, so it's an excuse. And we could read right through you, worms. It's a diverse cast. When we shot Shaka Zulu, it was a cast representative of the world. What about I don't even know. Let's continue though. I'm not ready to explode just yet. I've got too much to do. I'm not spending my time thinking of a defense. Yeah, because there is no defense that you can mount. Zero. The only defense is show us your bank account, show us how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe million, I don't know. Show us, and that's your defense. It's like, hey, guys, I got the bag. That's the only defense that could make logical sense. Not moral, but logical sense. Anything else that you say, representative of the world, yeah, except from Greece, like it doesn't work. The criticism will exist whether I engage with it or not. True, and there is nothing you could do about it, but did she engage with it? Of course she did. The Odyssey star Lupita Nyongo responds to racist casting backlash. This is a mythological story. It's a mythological story, but even if, okay, it's nonsense because it's not. But let's play by your rules, because we can defeat you even if we play by your rules. Even if this was a mythological story entirely, it still isn't yours, culture vultures, to take and modify, because it's disrespectful to you know who? The very people that gave us literally theater, improvements in mathematics, art, legends, the foundations of the West. The Greeks, the Hellenes, deserve better. So even if it was a complete mythological story, it's not yours to defy. The same way as I wouldn't want to defy the mythological story or whatever the heck your family is originally from. Or Asia. I wouldn't dream to go to the Mongolians and tell them, you know what, I'm going to take all of your myths and whatever you believe, I'm going to cast a bunch of blonde guys in it, and there is nothing you can do about it because it's myth. The View is, they're out of their mind. The lady in The View, on The View, that was saying it's based on the book Black Athena. I own it, guys. I have 2 copies. And I'm going to review the book Black Athena. I'm going to make a dedicated video. Just hope it doesn't take me too long. But I'm going to make a dedicated video because you guys bought my merch. And I made, by the way, let me do a shameless plug right now to my store and my merch. But I said, guys, get the rings. We make them in silver, bronze, gold. Some people bought the gold ring, by the way. I'm very grateful for it. This is all made by me, by the way. I make all of, I don't physically make it. It's the guys of Viking Jewelry, but I designed everything about this. So it was a fantastic collaboration with Viking Jewelry. And look at the bronze one. Come on. It's gorgeous, isn't it? We got the shield for the defending of the truth and the West. We've got the Latin inscription Custos Veritatis with phonemic vowel length expressed on the text, which means guardian of truth. This is the ring of the noble one, and you can order one right now with the discount code Noble115, which gives you a 15% discount of the entire store. What are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or the, what are they called again? QR code somewhere here, I don't know. Today's the day. The problem with the book Black Athena, as I will explain on the dedicated video that you'll get soon, is that the people that talk about it haven't read it. Because in fact, the book Black Athena doesn't say that the Greeks were black. It does, however, if you give it in the hands of an Afrocentrist. I will go deeper into this, and I will provide all the receipts. But when you read the book Black Athena properly and understand the historical context, it doesn't even say it. And I'm going to tell you one thing, just so you know, that whatever dollar you're putting into the merch, guys, you're going to get good information. I'm giving you this one right now. The author, who is a professor, he didn't even want to call it Black Athena. That was the publisher that pushed for the name to raise controversy. The author didn't even want to call it that way. Why? Because it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it. So Lupita Nyongo can go to Hades, as far as I'm concerned, because she doesn't know anything. Anyways, Lupita Nyongo is addressing the backlash to her casting as Helen of Troy. In Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, Nyongo's plays Helen of Troy, the Greek mythological character who was thought of as the most beautiful woman in the world, and is often referred to as the face that launched 1,000 ships, because her marriage to Paris of Troy kick-started the Trojan War. It wasn't GoFundMe. Nyongo's casting has sparked racist backlash. It's not, you know, who's the writer of this? By Selom Hailu. Selom Hailu, you're a clown. There you go. Of course, Selom Hailu is a clown. It's, as usual, crying racism when it's like absolutely legitimate. It's legitimate criticism. And you're a disgusting human being for calling it racist without any proof. But again, she writes for Variety. Variety is like a den of demons with commentators like, oh, Matt Walsh. Give me anything. Oh, no, Matt Walsh, guys. No. No, Matt Walsh. No. Absolutely no. Variety. That not one person on the planet actually thinks that Lupita Nyong'o is the most beautiful woman in the world. But honestly, yes, I think there are more beautiful black women if we are really going down that route. But then again, that's a subjective preference. So maybe there is someone who looks at Lupita Nyong'o and thinks, oh my gosh, she's the most beautiful. Fine, you know, fair, legit. Who cares? It's, as the Latin said, gustibus non disputandum est, which means in matter of taste, there is no arguing. There's no arguing in matters of taste. So fine, who cares? It's irrelevant. No, we have a problem with the race swapping. We have a problem with the race swapping. And that Nolan was a coward, based, absolutely Nolan is a coward, for choosing her instead of a white woman. Matt Walsh is right. Elon Musk concurred, saying Nolan cast Nyong'o because he wants the awards. Yes, but it's also because Hollywood elites hate the West and the foundation of the West. I mean, we know that, right? This is a mythological story, Nyongo said in an interview with Ellie, dismissing the hate. I'm very supportive of Chris. Yeah, we already read this, we already know it. And of the topic of Helen's beauty, Nyongo said her interpretation of the character goes deeper. What? You can't perform beauty, she said. I want to know who a character is. Oh, I see. So, the ancient Greeks told us she was gorgeous. Full stop. But apparently, no, it's her personality that matters now. It's the personality, guys. So she has a beautiful personality. What is beyond looks? Ooh, this is so deep. It's just that in ancient Greece, nobody cared though. Like, because if you marry a woman because she's gorgeous, and given maybe she was also beautiful inside. I hope so. If that's the case, that only increases the value. But let's be honest for a moment, okay? Men look into looks first. And then, of course, if she's beautiful but crazy, we distance ourselves. Because you don't want to go nuts. But that's the first thing we see. As males, it's hardwired into us to be attracted in different ways, depending on the person, by the looks. And then you add other components. I love the fact that we have things in common. She's wonderful to speak to. She really understands me. We share the same faith. All of these are important. But the first thing, when you enter a room and there is a gorgeous woman, is her looks. Women, instead, tend to be first attracted by status and then by looks. And in fact, when it comes to the looks, when they're younger, but as they get a little older, the older they get, the more status plays a pivotal role in whether or not a woman finds a man attractive. Can we say that's how it is? And the reason is obvious. The reason is biologically driven. A woman that looks gorgeous and aesthetically pleasing, it's usually in connection with health, because she's not overly fat, unless you're into that, but then again, she's not overly, she looks good. Hair, that's why we find like gorgeous hair attractive, because it kind of represents a healthy individual over a span of multiple years, right? It reflects that, which means she can give you strong children. It's hardwired into us to find that attractive. And then all the rest is also important. I wouldn't have married a gorgeous woman who wasn't a Christian. So, yes, I put spirituality very high. But at the same time, she's very Christian, but she's ugly as I wouldn't have been attracted. It's just how it is. I'm not gonna apologize for it. So there is that. But when it comes to women, it's normal that they find, of course, they see a guy with broad shoulders, tall, they find that attractive. In fact, too much muscle depends. Most women are not attracted by that. It's men. You get like huge buff, you're gonna get compliments by guys. I'm just telling it how it is, guys. But the reason why women are attracted by status is because, well, the guy can protect and provide. So it's probably something that we figured out in the Paleolithic. Because, okay, this guy is big, he's got animals, he's got other men that listen to him, and he can provide, he can protect. I'm attracted by him. It's how it is. It's how it is. More attracted by this guy, even if he has a little bit of a gut, than a guy who is like, oh, he's like F-boy. He looks attractive, yeah, but he's got nothing. He's got nothing, no way to provide, no way to make sure that me and the children are gonna be. It's just how it is, guys. So people can get offended all they want. They can say, oh no, but it's deeper. Is it though? Can't perform beauty, she said. What is beyond looks? That's the thing about doing such a well-known text. It is well-known, yes, which has been studied and interpreted and derived from. Yes, and none of that study represents what the monstrosity that Nolan is presenting. The research could be endless. The good thing about working with a writer like Chris is that it's on the page. Yeah, Eliot page. The investigation starts with the pages you're given. That's what I based it on. Oh my gosh, this is in fact pretending to be deep, but it's not. It's shallow. This is shallow as it gets. It's not about the interpretation, it's about the money and the message. But let's finish this up. Nyongo isn't the only Odyssey cast member receiving the backlash. Travis Scott and Elliot Page, who play undisclosed roles. At this point, I don't think it's gonna be Achilles, guys. I think it's gonna be Patroclus or something like that. They are only pretending that it's Achilles with the leak to generate this. And I partake in it. Nolan, I partake in it. Because of course, if any criticism about the historicity of Helen of Troy is of course, being said, oh, it's just racism. Obviously, any criticism of Elliot Page cast in any role at this point is gonna be transphobic. We know it. We know how this plays, and we all play a role in this theatrical nonsense. And here we are, who play in these controls have also faced racist, transphobic remarks, pointless name calling. But Nyongo says the cast diversity is a strength. Oh wow, we are. See, that's the problem. Instead of quoting Homer, they're quoting Biden, which makes perfect sense at this point. Diversity is a source of a strength. It's quite something to be a part of the Odyssey because it is so grand. It spans worlds, so that's why the cast is what it is. We are occupying the epic narrative of our time. Occupying is a good choice of words. It's exactly what you're doing in Europe, isn't it? It's exactly what you're doing, but here we are. So that's Lupita Nyongo's not responding. Not even, she decided not to waste a single word, and then she did. So, a liar on top of all of that. So, but that's what we've got. You heard it here first, and I will never stop, guys. I will never stop with the Odyssey thing. You know that, right? You know that.